Well, there was good news for the government today as the UK economy grew faster than expected in February, driven by a boost in services and manufacturing. Figures from the Office for National Statistics reveal output grew by 0.5%, with economists predicting a rise of just 0.1%. But any celebrations from the Chancellor are likely to be short-lived, as our business and economics correspondent Gurpreet Narwan now explains.
When it comes to food, British appetites are a lot more curious than they used to be. To feed them, produce from across the globe flows into our island every day. But for businesses in the space, the prospect of higher global tariffs is leaving a sour taste.
I am confident that we can continue to grow despite what's happening around us. It's just going to take some dexterity, I think, on the part of our team to manage it. But I think we have managed similar situations before, economic impacts, conflict, pandemics.
Resilient in the face of adversity. British businesses are good at that. And despite recent fears about tax rises and looming tariffs, they have so far held firm, with economic growth coming in higher than expected in February.
0.5%. That's some of the fastest growth rates we've seen in recent months and the highest since the beginning of 2024, when the economy rebounded out of that recession that was driven by the cost of living crisis. A quick health warning, these are monthly figures. They can be volatile and prone to revision. And we've seen actually that January was revised, but in this case, it was revised up. Nevertheless, the quarter is shaping up well. And what this is telling us is that businesses have been resilient, even though factories were sounding the alarm over tax rises and concerns that Donald Trump was about to impose tariffs. Well, in fact, it looks like they were ramping up production to get orders out of the door before any tariffs came into force. And those tariffs, well, they did come into force. In fact, that's made much of this redundant. We're now in April, and a 10% tariff is going to weigh on our exporters. And perhaps the more acute pain will be felt from the global economic slowdown that comes when the world's largest economies, the US and China, are engaged in a trade war. And all of that, well, it risks derailing Rachel Reeves' plan for growth. You can see this is when Labour came into power. We haven't had that massive growth bazooka she promised. It's been a very similar picture to the one we had under the Conservatives. Donald Trump, well, he risks jeopardising that, even though the Chancellor is hopeful she can do a deal.
We continue to engage with our counterparts in the United States and, of course, we want to secure the best deal possible for British jobs and British industry, and we are absolutely continued and resolved to do everything we can. But at the same time, we also want to improve trading relations with other countries around the world.
Some call it hope, others wishful thinking. Donald Trump has proven he's a volatile deal maker, but right now he's holding the keys to our economic destiny. Gurpreet Narwan, Sky News.
Well, as ministers cautiously welcome